Alright, no motherfuckers responded to the bat signal, so I'll vote it myself. Alright, we got ourselves a Maltese battle. 3 bars, 80 words per bar. David Vance versus Friisky, Griisly, Kiin. And I gave them a few Maltese to choose from, and the one they chose was Armenian Genocide. Right. David Vance up first. This would be tragic, bringing more havoc than the Armenian Genocide. Run up on me, it's like weight loss, the arms speedy when Slim arrives. He must be suicidal, because if he tries to harm me, he intends to die. I'm being mild-mannered. Actually, these are bars, medium energized. Somebody gassed you up good, like you were premium in the ride. You'll get belittled, it's like from afar, seen and minimized. Me plus your girl always equals a hard weenie and inner thighs. You better change your tone around me like a mouth helium when inside. In the end, you'll just become a bohemian in a tribe. These bars are getting fishy, like when sardines in a gin collide. Don't look up to this light material, no stars gleaming up in the sky. Okay, I'm done, cause fucking nothing else rhymes with Armenian Genocide. I noticed you opened with Armenian Genocide and closed with Armenian Genocide. So that's recycling. And also, I'm the one who came up with Armenian Genocide, so you bit my material, so we're DQing this motherfucker. Seriously though, that's not a fucking bad attempt. Flow wise, tight. Multis, tight. First impression's good. Alright, moving on to Friisky. He ain't sick, just faint, trying so much to blend in, but some set his chameleon ass aside. Haven't you all peeped at his bars and aroused some funny remarks? He's a comedian, it is why. He can't ride a wave, got flows that'll kill him like rafting in Magdalena, shit is wild. This oldie's weak, he requested a multi-bout to avoid punching. Nah, you all got me battling and lenient, this ain't right. You'll probably assume something like a stone can make waves. A man can he flows light. And bring terror to this baby boy, it's that easy, fed aside. Blow his brains off, got stuff out of this world. I'm an alien, shit is why. Like the Soviets, we gon' strike, and your whole nation will go down with time like Armenian Genocide. I'm a German man, straight up and down. David was never my right follower, unlike the Hegelians left aside. I don't take shit personal, I'm known for my super man concepts, like the Nietzsche man consider quitting. I gotta thrive to make me kick the bucket like a paramedium when assigned. Skill test against this grandpa? Fine, I'll do numbers on Vance like Athenians, it's alright. Not bad. First impressions. First impressions straight off the bat, not as tight as David Vance, but we'll see what happens when we break things down a bit tighter. Friisky's got a few places where the multi falls off a bit. First impressions, David's done a better job of staying tight and exact with the multi. Friisky's fallen off a bit in a few places, at least in my accent. And my internal mental American accent, which is kind of the baseline by which we generally judge hip-hop. And he's got a few places where he is a comedian, it is why. He's got a few places where he's starting to force grammar to fit with the multi. So, content-wise, David, this will be tragic, bringing more havoc than the Armenian Genocide. Starts off using the multi as the multi. Bringing more havoc than the Armenian Genocide, tragic. Kind of straight speech, but also... yeah, the Armenian Genocide was pretty fucking tragic, and it would have felt like havoc from the inside, so it plays. Run up on me, it's like weight loss, the arms speedy when Slim arrives. So you lose weight, your arms get thinner, you get faster, and also arms as in firearms, quick to draw the gun. He must be suicidal, because if he tries to harm me, he intends to die. He must be suicidal, he intends to die. not so much a wordplay or a flip as, or a punchline, is just saying the same thing two different ways, but within the constraints of a long multi. Yep, it's not bad. I'm being mild-mannered. Actually, these are bars, medium energized. Kind of the same thing again. Saying the same thing two different ways, more than a clever punchline with two different meanings. But again, within the constraints of a fairly restrictive multi. Yeah, it's cool. Somebody gassed you up good, like your premium in the ride. That took me a moment, but yeah, like premium leaded gasoline. Cool. You'll get belittled. It's like I'm from afar seeing a minimized. Belittled, minimized. Yep, cool. Me plus your girl always equals a hard weenie in inner thighs. Nice. Disrespectful as fuck. Also, when somebody says something like hard weenie, it's just like they're being comical. It's extra disrespectful because they're not even fucking taking themselves seriously. They're clowning the shit out of you. And they're not doing the whole fucking hard man thing to do it. They're getting quite kitschy, quite camp, and still managing to clown you. So that's cool. You better change your tone around me like a mouth helium went inside. For a second that threw me and I thought that was some shitty mangled grammar, but no, it's like a mouth which helium went inside. Grammatically it plays, it's clean, it's smooth. And also change your tone around me like you've been breathing helium. It works as a punch. In the end, you'll just become a bohemian in a tribe. You'll just become a bohemian in a tribe. Yeah, kind of fucking comical clowning imagery. I think the laughing emoji is because David is laughing at himself because he's starting to run out of multis and he knows it. Because then in his next line he says these bars are getting fishy, like when sardines and a gin collide. Bunch of sardines in a gin mill. Yeah. Don't look up to this light material, no stars gleaming up in the sky. Cool. Okay, I'm done. Nothing else rhymes with Armenian genocide. Which is an interesting closer because it's like not even really a bar. It's just a mic drop moment. He's like, fuck it, I'm done. Nothing else rhymes with Armenian genocide. Kind of comical way to finish, and it works. Friisky. He ain't sick, just faint. Trying so much to blend in, but some set his chameleon ass aside. I'm not sure if it's intended or not, but he ain't sick, he's just feeling faint. It's like, that's okay. Trying so much to blend in, but some set his chameleon ass aside. And the thing with a chameleon is if you do see it, you will only see it faintly. You know, it doesn't jump out of the background, so I'm not sure if he intended that or not, but it accidentally works either way. Haven't you all peeped at his bars and aroused some funny remarks? He's a comedian, it is why. Haven't you all peeped at his bars and aroused some funny remarks? Grammar's starting to fall off there. You know, the writing could be cleaner. He's a comedian, it is why. Again, the grammar's starting to get forced to fit the multi. He can't ride a wave, got flows that'll kill him like rafting and Magdalena, shit is wild. He can't ride a wave, I've got flows that'll kill him like whitewater rafting. Yeah, that's cool. This oldie's weak, he requested a multi-bout to avoid punching. Disrespectful. No, you got me battling a lenient, this ain't right. The grammar falls off there because lenient isn't a noun. You're calling him a lenient, but lenient is something you do, not something he is. So again, The idea's there, the concept's there, but the grammar's starting to fall off. So it would work better grammatically if it was something like, you got me battling and being lenient, this ain't right. Yeah, if you said, you've got me battling but being lenient, this ain't right, that would work grammatically and would read a lot cleaner, a lot smoother. You'll probably assume something like a stone can make waves. Yeah, okay. Throw a stone in the water, it makes waves. Ah, man, he can. Oh, I read that backwards last time. Ah, man, he can. He flows light. Ah, man, he can. Maybe if you had, ah, man, question mark. He can, question mark. It would read a little cleaner. He flows light. And bring a terror to this baby boy. It's that easy man feticide. At first I thought you'd fucked up infanticide, and I actually had to Google feticide, and feticide is the killing of a fetus, so abortion. So it's a real word. It's a real word. What do you know? Learn something new every day. Blow his brains off. Got stuff out of this world. I'm an alien. Shit is wide. Blow his brains off. Got stuff out of this world. I'm an alien, shit is why. I think what you're trying to say there is you will blow his brains out and you've got weaponry that's out of this world. I'm an alien, shit is why. But again, the English grammar is just a bit fucking messy. It doesn't read that clean. The idea's there. Like the Soviets, we go and strike. Armenian genocide, the Soviet, we go and strike. The Maltese falling off there. The Soviet, doesn't really matter how you pronounce it. The Maltese falling off. And your whole nation will go down with time like Armenian genocide. I'm a German man, German. Straight up and down, David was never my right follower. Unlike the Hegelians left aside. Hegelians left aside, I'm not going to go and fucking read the Wikipedia article on the Hegelian Empire to see how that's supposed to work. But David was never my right follower. Doesn't really work grammatically. It's a little confused what you're trying to say. I don't take shit personal, and know of my Superman concepts like the Nietzsche man consider. Armenian genocide, the Nietzsche man consider. Maltese falling off there. Content wise, I don't take shit personal. I know of my Superman concepts like the Nietzsche man. I mean, it works. It's more flex than directed at your opponent, but yeah. Superman, Ubermensch, Nietzsche, sorry. I gotta thrive to make him kick the bucket like a paramedium when assigned. For a second I thought you were fucking up paramedic. Paramedian, I had to Google it, and it's situated adjacent to the midline, i.e. a paramedian scar on the abdomen. Situated adjacent to the midline. I've got to thrive to make him kick the bucket like a situated adjacent to the midline when assigned. So, doesn't make sense. Paramedian isn't a thing. It's a description of the location or placement of a thing. So, doesn't work. Skill test against his grandpa, fine. I'll do numbers on Vance like Athenians, it's alright. I'm not sure if I'm missing something there if you just went with Athenians because it rhymes and it was the only thing you could think of. Armenian genocide, Athenians, it's alright. So chameleon ass aside, comedian it is why. Magdalena shit is wild. A lenient, this ain't right. Ah man, he can, he flows light. That falls off. That Easy Man Feticide, Armenian Genocide, That Easy Man Feticide. Kind of getting at the slant rhyming there, it's not exact, but it still kind of works. And Alien Shit Is Why, The Soviet Week on Strike, falling off there. Armenian Genocide. Hey, imagine that, Armenian Genocide rhymes exactly with Armenian Genocide. Points for that one. Hegelians Left Aside, yeah, that works. The Nietzsche Man Consider, nah, it falls off there. Paramedian When Assigned, back on track. Athenians, it's alright. Okay, so I think it's quite clear what's happened here. This is pretty one-sided. Friisky has done a pretty fucking good job with a long multi. It falls off in a few places, but I think he's done a pretty fucking good effort with a long multi. And he's trying to not just keep within the multi, but he's trying to get, you know, some punchlines and some wordplay and some clever shit going on there. But David Vance is just fucking set up punch, set up punch, set up punch. He doesn't actually have that many lines here that are just pure filler that rhyme for the sake of rhyming. He's managed to come up with a bunch of multis, and he's managed to work backwards from them and come up with some kind of punchline concept for each one. They might not be the hardest punches, but the majority of these lines, most of these lines do have some sort of a setup with a fairly clear connection to the punchline multi. So congrats for that. So I think that's pretty one-sided at the end of the day. Friisky has, he gets an honourable mention. I think he's worked pretty well with the multi. But David Vance clearly wins this one by quite a margin. So, congrats, bro.